Hey, this is Jeffrey with another edition of Stock Smart, the weekend edition for the first weekend in April. I'm here with a special guest tonight, my partner, Whitney Johnson. How you doing?
Hey, thanks so much for having me. It's great to be on the show.
So what's on your mind, Whitney? Let's talk about a stock, because we are supposed to talk about stocks on this show, I thought.
Wait, stock watch.
Stock watch, yeah. You're making fun of the drop?
The button?
No, don't press the button.
Okay.
The button's happened already.
Okay. Anyway, so Chewy, CHWY
Is that the
ticker symbol?
Okay.
Rallies on earnings. That was after hours. It did fall a bit after earnings into the next trading day. But this is a stock, if you look at the technicals, the charts, it's very interesting. It had a nice run up into February timeframe, hit all-time highs, and then it took a dive. But it has lots of room to the upside, and it's super interesting. I have a dog. I've never used the Chewy.
What's your dog's name?
My dog is an amazingly
No, but what's your dog's name?
adorable dog named Charlie.
Okay, so did you take the most basic, most used name of the last 3 years and just pick that name?
No, you know what I did?
Oh, what did you do?
I told my kids that they could name the dog.
Really?
Yes. And because he's dark chocolate, they named him Charlie.
I know
Like
your
Charlie
son.
and the
I know your
Chocolate
son.
Factory?
I know your son Zach, and he made fun of it. He made fun of that name.
Yeah, he probably did.
He said that's every dog's name's Charlie.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I don't think you picked that.
No, I think Lexi maybe actually picked it.
Really? She picked Charlie.
I think so. But regardless, I'm feeling like kind of a bad dog mom because
You don't have Chewy?
I don't have Chewy. And aside from looking at the company and the technicals and the fundamentals,
Do you know that the Chewy guy? You know the Chewy guy's involved in GameStop, right?
Yeah, you told me that.
So the CEO of Chewy is also involved in GameStop. For whatever reason, that stock still trades around 200, which makes no sense to anybody.
Yeah.
But Chewy, so the stock's down about 9% this year.
Right, but sales
Year to
are
date.
up 51%.
They are, but that's reporting as of last year. Those numbers probably trailed into whenever their quarter ended, probably December 31st. So here's my question about Chewy. Do you think that this maintains? So I noticed this, and I wanted to get a dog. Believe it or not, I did.
What?
I did want to get a dog.
You?
I did want to get a dog. So I looked for a dog during COVID, and all I could get was my brother. So my brother came instead of me getting a dog. But I did, and John was great.
Well, the good thing about having a visitor is they go away. And
dogs stay forever. And when you have a dog, you're pretty much home all the time. You can't
Yeah.
travel. You need to get a place for your dog. But here's my question, and it was great. And honestly, if you do love dogs, and I did have a dog for many years, and then I didn't want another one for a while because it did break my heart when he died. But his name was Juggernaut, and he was a great dog.
That name?
I did, because he's a powerful, unrelenting force, and I very much at that time I was running my fantasy sports business. And I thought it was the greatest apropos name for football. So anyway, so Juggernaut was my dog, and I did, and it made me very sad when he died. My kids have dogs now. They have one. My son always asked me who the greatest was at any sport, and he named his dog after Walter Payton. And I said that Walter Payton was the greatest football player ever because I do believe he is. Now deceased. But
Well, do you think that Ty Cobb was the greatest baseball player ever?
I think he was one of the greatest hitters ever.
He had the best statistics ever.
His numbers pretty much are difficult to... No one will ever repeat those numbers. Now, it was the dead ball era. It's a different time.
I don't think it really matters.
Okay, I agree. But let's get back to Chewy really quickly. Here's what I want to know from you, because you have a dog.
I have a dog.
And this is
and
my
if
concern.
I had Chewy's delivery service, I would not cancel it out of COVID because is that what you were going to ask?
So you just assumed my question, but that's not my question.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's my
What's
question.
your question?
Here's what I wonder too. I just wonder if the number of people who had dogs, we had this big boom in this dog surge, right? Where all of a sudden we had people who never had dogs who got dogs and they wanted to give stuff to their dogs, right? And they wanted to have treats and tricks and whatever they brought. I don't know what comes in the box. Have you ever seen it?
Tricks do not come in the box.
Yeah, they are. They're, like a dog plays with a rope or something. That's a trick, right?
A toy?
Yeah, toy.
Oh.
It's like whatever. Yeah, I mean maybe he's Jax. That's like I don't know what comes in that box. I don't have a dog, and I don't have the Chewy service.
Tricks are when you like teach your dog to shake or something like that, right?
Oh well, maybe you can.
That's
do that
what
with
I call a
some
trick.
Maybe,
So
honestly,
Chewy does not ship tricks.
But they should, because maybe that would keep the business going. I mean, if they could have dog tricks and your dog could do like a 360 flip or some stuff like that, that might be a reason to keep that service.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, look at my dog. He's got a hey, he's walking on water. This dog's amazing. I mean, wouldn't you keep a dog if he could do that stuff?
Well, I wouldn't only keep a dog so he could do that stuff.
Yeah, but you gotta admit, I mean, that dog would be a little more valuable than the normal dog. I mean, that's a dog who like has some value. So anyway, so if you have a dog like that, and he can do some things like that, so I don't know what comes in the box. The point is we hit a high of where there were no animals to be even seen. If you went to like any kind of animal cruelty society or anything to pick up a dog, they were gone.
Right.
I know, because I know people who wanted to get dogs and couldn't get them. So I wonder, did we have a boom? And then here's the thing. Okay.
We have a boom, but they have a lifespan. They're not just going to go away.
No, but this is my question, because I do believe that there is a fixed or a finite amount of dollars that are available to people. And so I'm thinking this goes into entertainment, and this is like your entertainment budget. Maybe it's not. Maybe people put, so this is, and you're
back in the day.
By the way, no one can see you shaking your head on a podcast. I just want to tell you that. No. So the faces you're making right now, no one sees them. Okay.
Okay.
And by the way,
I guess that's probably a good thing.
I'm gonna need a buzzer for the faces, but no one can see what your faces were. But the point is, you shook your head, and that's fine. But here's my question: will there be any money taken out of the budget for people when they want to do things like travel? Because I think it's a big year for travel. So will people take their money that they would have placed in travel and now maybe not do Chewy? Because I have a big argument on my other podcast, and I was saying that I do believe that people will cut into their media budget and things that they were doing. So media this year was Netflix and a lot of those home services, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, which I think that won't be cut because it has so many other ancillary kind of benefits. But in terms of some of these other services, people will cut entertainment somewhere so that they can go travel. And one of the areas and that I made the argument is there's, we have a drop in homes right now. The homes that are on the market went down 10%.
For sure.
And that means people that, right, and people who are buying homes, that's down. And the reason I believe is this: we have a move in interest rates. So if you're going to buy $1 million house, it's $1,000 more this year than it was last year, just in the move in interest rates. And number two, people have refinanced. And their extra money now, they're not looking for homes. They want to go on vacation. They put all their money in their homes last year. So they were having parties, they were doing whatever they were doing. Now they're interested in going traveling. And I just wonder if entertainment money, if a dog is entertainment money.
No, actually, it's not. Dogs are now viewed as, for people who don't have children or they're not in the house anymore, people replace the idea of their children with their dog.
But I actually think the way you really want to put that, maybe I don't want to put words in your mouth, okay?
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay, exactly.
But it sounds like you're going to anyway.
No, but I would think that I think that the way that would be phrased is that dogs are part of the family.
Oh, whoa! So succinct. Way to go.
Okay, so a dog is essentially a family member.
Yes.
So the same way I pay for little Ty to go have his groceries or whatever he needs, or his schooling or his education. You would pay for Charlie.
Right.
To go get his kibble and bits and whatever else he gets and his toys from Chewy. But you're such an advocate of the product. Tomorrow, are you going to go and sign up for it? Because I'm just curious. Because I mean, obviously, you love the stock, right? So are you in? Because I look. One of the stocks that I'm an advocate for is FUBO TV, and I know you use FUBO TV.
I do use FUBO.
Did you know, by the way, that FUBO TV is going to introduce gambling to the platform?
I did know that. Thank you for sharing.
And that is going to be something we can talk about more in the coming weeks.
Yes, definitely.
But I believe the future for gambling is interactive.
Yes. Which brings us back to sports. Do you know there's a fan-controlled football league?
Tell me about this.
Have you heard of it?
Okay, tell me a little bit about it. But I can't believe that Tom Brady's going to have some nerd in Nebraska telling him that he should throw a 10-yard out pass.
So it actually exists right now. It's fan-controlled football, FCF league. I don't know why the seasons. I think they're only 6 weeks long or something like that. And they're on an ongoing basis.
Maybe it's because no one wants to watch it. Because honestly, like, here's Joe from the tire shop, and he's number 12 on the fan controlled football league for the Houston Tornadoes. I mean, who wants to see that guy play? Like, who's in the league? Who's in the league? So we had the Arena Football League. We have all these football leagues. Who's playing in the fan controlled football league? How bad did you miss in your NFL career that you're in the fan controlled football league?
Well, maybe after your 3-year career span in the NFL, maybe you can't play in the NFL anymore. Maybe you recover from an injury, but you don't recover fully well enough to go back to the NFL. You could go to arena football, fan-controlled football.
So
whatever.
wait, in fan-controlled football, let me ask you this.
So actually the fans call the plays.
They call the plays. Now, are the players mobile, or are they in wheelchairs or something? Because, if they only have a 3.5 year span in the NFL, what do they do? Do they have a wheelchair? Or
Not only are they live playing.
Oh, they are.
They are alive.
Okay.
They are not.
Tell me about
these days.
Well, I don't know. Tell me what it's about. Because
they are not in wheelchairs.
So they're like, well, how about this? Now, what if? So in NFL, we play Madden a lot. I'm sure you play Madden too, right? Do you play Madden?
I don't play Madden, but I do watch.
You watch? You really watch people play Madden?
I do.
You do not.
When my kids play, I do.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. So when you're playing Madden and you're really like annoyed at the person you're playing, you run a lot of stupid, shitty plays.
I don't know anything about that.
So what if I just started having the guy run 30 yards back, hit your head on the goalpost, and then do a belly flop? I mean, is that a play you can run on fan control football?
I don't really know. I'm not a fan.
Well, wait a second. This is fan controlled football.
I am not a fan controller of the fan controlled football league.
This is the first time I'm hearing this. So what I'm going to do is, here's what I want you to do. And I will pay for this, okay? Are you willing now to take this mission on?
What? I'm not going to agree to anything that I don't know all the details
Well,
of.
give me your attorney's number. I'll call him.
Okay.
But here's what I want you to do. I want you to actually go and sign up for this fan control football, because I want to know how it works. And I want to know what you can control. So can you tell the guy to run 30 yards backwards the wrong way and then hit his head on the goalpost?
I doubt that.
Well, that's a good play.
I doubt that.
I mean, think about how well, and I know you're a big advocate for this service, by the way. It's called TikTok. Have you ever heard of that?
I love TikTok.
Oh my God, you do?
I do.
Okay, so how many hits would a video of a guy running the wrong way and then hitting his head on the goalpost do on TikTok? That would
be over 1 million.
And if the guy could have like ocean spray in his hand and sing that song of dreams at the same time from
the Fleetwood Mac song?
Yeah, if he could do that at the same time. Like, how about if he carries the bottle of ocean spray, runs 30 yards the wrong way, hits his head on the goalpost, and then does a belly flop?
Yeah.
How many hits?
A lot.
A lot. We're going to sign off for now, but thanks for listening. Keep the questions coming to Jeffrey@jeffreycamus.com. And I want to thank my partner, guest today on the show, Whitney Johnson, for being part of it.
Thank you for having me. It was a blast and so many faces.
So many faces, the many faces of Whitney. And we'll see you again next time on Stop.